The depth chart in Ashburn is undergoing a quiet but significant transformation that could define the security of our quarterback room for years to come. We all know how one single injury can derail an entire season, and the front office is taking no chances this time around. A surprising late-round addition has suddenly put a familiar face on the hot seat, creating a high-stakes battle for that final roster spot. Before we dive into this competition, please subscribe to help us reach 500 subscribers and hit that like button. Sam Hartman is the man who currently holds the inside track, but his position is far from guaranteed as training camp approaches. The former Notre Dame standout spent last season on the practice squad and even saw a few promotions to the active roster, yet he never actually took a snap in a meaningful game. While the Commanders have full confidence in Jaden Daniels as the franchise cornerstone, his history of getting banged up during his rookie year makes the backup situation critical. Marcus Mariota is locked in as the primary safety net, which leaves a heated contest for the third spot on the depth chart. The front office threw a major curveball during the final rounds of the draft by selecting Ethan Kaliakmanis out of Rutgers. This move wasn't necessarily expected because the room seemed set, but the coaching staff clearly saw traits in the rookie that made them want to force a real competition. Hartman struggled mightily during the last preseason, throwing 4 interceptions and fumbling the ball away. That kind of performance opens the door for a newcomer to steal a job. Kaliakmanis comes to Washington with a reputation for being a leader, having served as a team captain and making history at Rutgers with back-to-back high-yardage seasons. He has started more games than almost any other quarterback in his draft class, which gives him a level of maturity you don't usually see in a 7th-round pick. This isn't just about a practice squad role anymore. It's about who can truly step in if disaster strikes the top of the roster. The coaches are looking for consistency and ball security, 2 areas where the incumbent has faltered in the past. Having these two battle it out throughout the summer will force both players to sharpen their skills or face the chopping block. We are looking at a classic veteran versus rookie dynamic where the stakes involve a career in the NFL. Every throw in August will be scrutinized because the margin for error in this league is razor thin. This competition will be one of the most intriguing storylines to follow as the team prepares for a pivotal season in the nation's capital and seeks to build long-term stability for our beloved franchise. Depth at the most important position on the field is something this franchise has lacked for decades, and the current philosophy reflects a desire to change that narrative. The young challenger from Rutgers brings a physical profile that fits the modern mold of a developmental passer. He stands at 6'3" and weighs over 200 pounds, giving him the frame to withstand the rigors of professional football. His experience as a starter in the Big Ten shouldn't be overlooked, because playing in those environments prepares a young man for the pressure of a pro locker room. On the other side of the field, the incumbent player has the advantage of knowing the system and the terminology used by the coaching staff. He has been around the building for a year, building relationships with the receivers and understanding the expectations of the offensive coordinator. However, the ghost of those 4 preseason interceptions still haunts his evaluation. If he can't protect the football when the lights are brightest, the team will have no choice but to look for a more reliable option. This competition is about more than just stats. It's about who can command the huddle and move the chains with the third-string unit. The coaches want to see who can handle a broken play and make a smart decision instead of forcing a dangerous pass. We've seen too many seasons derailed because the third quarterback wasn't ready to play, and the front office is determined to avoid that fate. The rookie has shown a knack for being productive in high-pressure situations, which was evident during his senior year when he took a massive step forward in his development. He isn't coming here just to be a camp arm. He's here to take a job from someone who hasn't quite cemented his place in the league. This battle creates a healthy environment where nobody can afford to take a day off. If the young prospect continues to show the same leadership qualities he displayed in college, he could quickly become a favorite among the staff. The tension in the quarterback room will only grow as we get closer to the first preseason game where every mistake is magnified and every completion feels like a statement of intent. The consequences of this roster battle reach far beyond just the final few spots on the team. If the rookie can prove he is a capable player, it gives the front office much more flexibility with how they manage the active roster on game days. Having a reliable third option means the team can breathe a little easier if the starter needs to miss a few series. We saw how much the offense struggled when the depth was tested in previous years, and that is a mistake the current regime doesn't want to repeat. Choosing the wrong man for this role could lead to a disastrous situation where the entire offensive plan falls apart during a crucial stretch of the schedule. On the other hand, if the competition brings out the best in the incumbent, the team ends up with a more polished and confident backup who has truly earned his keep. This is about finding someone who can help us win more games in a pinch without the wheels coming off the wagon. The simple truth is that football is a game of attrition, and the quarterback position is always the biggest target. We need a player who can step onto the field and execute the basic concepts without turning the ball over. The rookie's ability to avoid mistakes at Rutgers is his biggest selling point right now. If he can translate that ball security to the pro level, he becomes an incredibly valuable asset for this organization. Fans remember the heartbreak of seeing a season slip away because of poor play from the substitutes, and that collective memory drives the urgency of this decision. This isn't just a minor training camp story. It is a fundamental part of building a winning culture where every position matters. The coaching staff is looking for a fighter who won't blink when the game is on the line. Whether it's the veteran trying to save his career or the newcomer trying to start his, the winner will be the one who makes the fewest mistakes. This process ensures that whoever makes the cut is truly ready to contribute to a winning season in Washington, while providing the security that every championship caliber team requires. Success in this battle looks like one of these young men emerging as a legitimate long-term developmental project who could eventually become a high-end backup or even a trade asset. In the best-case scenario, the rookie takes the lessons from his collegiate career and quickly adapts to the speed of the professional game. He shows the poise and accuracy that made him a captain and proves that he can handle the complex schemes of an NFL offense. This would give the team a young, cheap, and talented option to sit behind the stars for the next few years. But there is a darker side to this situation that we have to consider. If neither player manages to separate themselves, or if both struggle with turnovers during the preseason, the Commanders will be left in a very vulnerable position. A failure here could force the team to scan the waiver wires for a veteran who doesn't know the system, which is always a recipe for trouble. The tension is real because the gap between being on the roster and being out of the league is incredibly small for these two athletes. We are watching a high-stakes poker game where the cards are their performances on the practice field. Every missed throw or miscommunication with a wide receiver adds weight to the decision the coaches have to make. If the incumbent can't find the consistency that eluded him last year, his time in Washington will come to an abrupt end. Conversely, if the rookie's production in college doesn't translate against faster defenders, he might find himself on the outside looking in. The pressure is mounting with every passing week as the preseason schedule looms on the horizon. This isn't just about football. It's about the dreams of two young men who want to prove they belong on the world's biggest stage. The front office knows they need to get this right to protect their investment in the franchise quarterback. A wrong choice here is a risk they simply cannot afford to take if they want to compete in a tough division against rivals who are always looking for a weakness to exploit. The battle for the third quarterback spot might not grab the national headlines, but for us here in Washington, it represents the new standard of competition. We are no longer settling for mediocrity at any level of the depth chart. The choice between a veteran who knows the building and a rookie with a winning pedigree is a difficult one for the coaching staff. It ultimately comes down to who they can trust when the game is on the line and the season hangs in the balance. We want to see a player who plays with heart and protects the football at all costs. Be honest with yourselves, would you rather trust the experience of the incumbent or the fresh potential of the young rookie from Rutgers? Your opinion matters because we are all in this journey together as fans of this historic franchise. Please make sure to leave a comment with your choice and subscribe to the channel so we can reach our goal of 500 subscribers. Don't forget to hit the like button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on our team. We'll be watching this battle closely all summer long to see it.